You are listening to the Young Black Travelers podcast. Black voices chatting on experiential travel, dedicated to creating a global community of travelers. Be bold, be inspired, be spontaneous. We are YBT.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Young Black Travelers podcast. My name is Simone. I'm so happy today for us to be joined by Mina. She is not a stranger to us. She is full of life, travel experience, and we had to get our girl back. So, Mina, just for the folks who may not know you, just tell us something quick about you and what you do.
So my name is Mina. I go by Mina or Miss Young International, whatever you want to call me. I am a traveler, travel content creator, explorer. I've been to over 30 countries, and I specify in highlighting places that you may not think about right away, or where Black folks, sometimes don't feel like going to because they're afraid or they have misconceptions about it, where I come in and I prove you wrong.
That right? Because sometimes we're all about let's go to what we know, where we feel comfortable. A lot of us do Caribbean, Europe, but there's some off the beaten traveled paths that has surprises, and we're here to talk about one of them with Mina today. So I'm super excited for us to kind of just delve in. So as a travel creator, how do you decide which destination deserves spotlight? Like, why did you go to Papua New Guinea, and what stood out to you about this place that you feel like you have to share?
Okay. Well, as a travel creator, I'm very intentional about where I decide to go and what I decide to highlight. I've never really been interested in going where everybody else is going, and I want to use my platform to shine a light on places that are often overlooked or like deserve to be seen. So when I looked at Papua New Guinea, it's like over 800 languages, 22 provinces, so much culture to immerse myself in, and travelers don't even think about, that place. And so are you still here? Sorry. So that's what stood out to me. There was so much to see, so much to learn about, and also so much to teach about as well. So I was like, I'm definitely going there. It may seem far, but sometimes the further you go, the more you learn, and that trip may change your life, so yeah.
No, definitely. This past summer, I went with my sister to Bali, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so long. The flight was so long to get there. But as you said, sometimes that's where you learn the most, right? And so what kind of got that on the map? Like, did you travel somewhere and somebody told you about Papua New Guinea and they were like, you must go there? Were you like reading a book? Like, what was it?
I feel like as a child, I used to see like that name on like documentaries or like on the news, and I just love how the name sounded just anyway, just like the sound of it. And I realized how far away it was, and to me, like the further, like I was saying, it's like the more unknown a place can seem. And I just thought, I'm just gonna take that leap and go. And I just feel like it's kind of like almost like my responsibility to like tell that story in a way, in like a way that's like inviting and beautiful, and actually resembles the people that I meet.
I got it. No.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, I love that you said that, right? Like you were intrigued from a child and kind of like, I need to maybe go there. Just for the listeners and the viewers, like what are some of those other places that you feel that you have went that were kind of off the beaten path that you're like, people need to definitely travel to?
Of course. One that I can think of right now that was also a beautiful, surprising trip was Mongolia, which I went last year, which I did an interview with you guys about it. That should be on your list. People often they either go to China or they go, to the neighboring countries, but Mongolia is very unique. The emptiest country in the world, but like the people are so nice.
Yes.
And although it's empty, there's also so much culture. And the second place I would say would be a small island off of Yemen that is called Socotra. So it's an island, it's very much protected. There's not a lot of tourists that go every year. But once again, hospitality is unmatched. People look like us. And it's just a beautiful place to see, those untouched places that people need to see once in their lifetime. Yeah.
Off of Yemen.
Yes.
Yes. And for me too, it's like this, I like social movements of people and where people end up. And so like you just sharing, like you see people who look at like us, you might not expect that right off of Yemen, right? But they're there, right? There's communities of Black folks or Black descendants, African descendants. And so it's a beautiful thing to see, and the movement of people and like cultures. So I'm super excited for us to kind of get into our conversation more today around Papua New Guinea. And so for you guys listeners, we're going to learn a little bit about your experience, right? Give us some personal insights, right? Some of the challenges and what are the big takeaways, all right? So we're going to come back after this quick break. See you soon.
So I'm Christina from Young Black Travelers. I'm here with Odin from Lit NYC. So this is a very nice spread, by the way, that you have here. Talk more about it.
Yeah, basically, as you can see, the brand is called Lit NYC. That's the clothing brand, but the official brand is Lit Poppy Productions. It's a production company based on, we throw parties, we throw events, podcasting. We looking to do pop-up shops. We've always been successful with that. We trying to get kids out the streets, basically, to start their own businesses, teach them how to go about, starting their own businesses and trying to get resources to things that they need to help them elevate, It's for the culture. You can actually come check us out on Instagram. It's Lit NYC. We appreciate everybody that supported us from the start and keep pushing us,
Wow, that's such a beautiful message. And I'm from Brooklyn, ride or die.
Yeah, I definitely like to get you back.
Oh, okay. There's a little draft, so on and
Nice, looks nice.
thank you. You got rep Brooklyn, and you're repping it so well with your business. So check him out. Check out Odin from Lit NYC. All the products and his mission. Very beautiful message, by the way.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we are back with our girl Mina, and she went to Papua New Guinea, and she's about to dive right into the stories of her experience there. So first thing first, like what communities did you visit, and when was this trip? Tell us a little bit.
I took this trip end of May, and I was there for a little bit over a month.
20.
So like it? Yeah, 2025. Yep, it was amazing. So Papua New Guinea has 22 provinces, and I was able to explore 4, counting the capital. So
just by yourself?
Yeah.
Love this. Solo travel. Yes.
So,
spirit.
4 provinces. I went to East New Britain. I went to New Island. I went to Bougainville. And so the travel throughout those provinces has to be through air. You can't access those provinces by road. Once you land in a province, it's possible for you to possibly drive, but mostly to get to a province, you have to fly. So yeah, mostly by air.
Oh, so you got to do a little bit of travel.
Yes.
Had to take the plane for that. Okay.
Yep,
nice.
yep.
Okay. So from when you did land, right, and you were there, like how did the people receive you as the solo Black woman traveler?
Well, I can go on and on for hours about the hospitality, because you know when I looked up the destination, I mostly saw white men or like white women and not really Black women, solo Black women. So for me, it was very important for me to show face also, and to also show us, as Black folks, like we can go this far. It doesn't have to be a backpacker. It doesn't have to be, because here I come, with 2 check bags, 65 outfits, and my 4-inch nails, like hey guys, So this, it was important for me to show a different type of traveler also. And the hospitality was amazing. Like, I mean, like, I became a part of like so many people's families. Like, I feel like I'm part of the PNG community. People adopted me, showed me so much love. Everybody was super helpful. What do you need? Hey, where do you want to go? Here's a basket. Here's a necklace. It was just, I was so overwhelmed. Like, I cried when I left. It was the best hospitality. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yes, and I feel like, like people do appreciate when others take the time to come to their region and communities, especially when they know it's kind of far out the way.
Yeah.
And especially when there's a level of respect, right? And a wanting to learn. That it's not just, I just come to take, but they're excited when you have this genuine interest of who are you as a person. I want to know about what you guys do and your culture. And so I love that. So the hospitality
is great.
Yeah. Amazing. So how did this trip compare to traveling to places where, most of the time you hear people traveling to? Like, how do you compare with it, more or less?
Wow, I think it was the furthest I've ever traveled.
So tell us, how long did it take you? Like, were there layovers like?
Yeah, so I did New York, LA, and then LA, Australia, because PNG is right above Australia. And then, so I landed in Sydney, and then Sydney, Brisbane, Australia, and then Brisbane to Papua New Guinea. But you can also access it through Singapore. You can do New York, Hong Kong, Papua New Guinea, or you can go through Singapore. My route was a little longer, which with Delta, but there's other options. But it's still far. It's still like, that was literally at the end of the world. Like, I told them, like, I wasn't backpacking around Indonesia. Like, I literally flew from New York to PNG just to experience this.
Yes.
It was the furthest, and I think it was the biggest trip that I've taken. I mean, so far, so much culture. I haven't even seen half of Papua New Guinea yet. Yeah. And I was there for a month. So I'm definitely going back. I told them, see you in a few months. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the biggest. I think it was my biggest, and I would say best trip so far, I would say. And I've been to 30 plus countries. So yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
That definitely says a lot.
Yeah.
How was like adjusting? Like, can you share some of those unique experiences or cultural things? Like, people don't shake hands with their left. Like, what were some of those niche things that you can talk to us about that you learned?
Some things I would say. Well, first of all, I would say that Papua New Guinea is not necessarily like, I would say it's kind of like a conservative country in a way.
Okay.
Like the ladies, for example, like you're not, no mini shorts, no mini dresses, like short dresses, short skirts, like you in the water, you still covered in the water, which I thought was interesting. Usually you would get that in like the Middle East, but it's still a very conservative culture, which that was different.
Specific religion, or was it just the culture of the place, but not a...
It's the culture. It's definitely the culture. People are religious though, like, believe in God, like, Christians, Catholics, for sure. Not many Muslims, but mostly like Christians and Catholics, I would say.
Okay.
But sometimes even if you go far, people are just like you, So I think it was one of those places that you don't hear too much about, but like when you get there, it's really not that different in a way, in a good way, not in a bad way. Like people look different, the food is different, the language is different, but like I'm a girl, you're a girl, we're both girls. We like to go out.
Let's have a good time.
I would say there's some things that, for example, there's like some, because of traditions and cultures, like for example, there's some buildings that women can't enter. It's just like the ancestors made it in a way like, hey, this is gonna be for guys, this is gonna be for men. Like for example, I'll give you a quick example. They have those baskets that are made of like coconut leaves, and there's some for men and there's some for women. So if you're a man, you're not supposed to carry a woman's basket and vice versa. So I had to kind of learn that because I bought 2 baskets in one of the provinces.
Yes.
And I posted a picture and everybody was like, this is not for women. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know. So yeah. So kind of like those type of thing. But besides that, I would say, hey, we're all humans. We're all people. So
yeah,
yeah.
that thread, right? We're more alike than different. I feel is a thread that I have seen definitely like traveling, right? As you said, like there's the nuances and things of the sort, but at the end of the day, we're humans and we're trying to do the best we can. Yeah, so no, thank you for that. So let's talk food because I love some good food.
I love food, girl. I love food.
So you mentioned it a bit about the food was different. So what was the food like? What was the flavors? Give us some tips. What we need to eat when we're there.
First of all, I'm still trying to lose the pounds that I gained. And I've been back for a while. The food was so good. Papua New Guineans eat a lot of coconut in different forms, like coconut cream. The drink, national drink is like pulau, it's like coconut water. Every dish is like coconut cream, chicken, fish, and coconut cream.
Yeah.
They use a lot of their resources like cassava, lots of cassava, lots of sweet potatoes. My favorite dish is called bariva. So bariva is made of sego. Sego is like a starch that's found inside of palm trees. So you take the sego, you mix it with sweet banana, and that makes kind of like a paste. And you eat it with coconut cream, and it's the most delicious thing that I've had my entire trip. I was eating it for breakfast and dinner. I mean, like, it was good. It was great. Yes, it's really good. Really, really good. Lots of smoked fish. Yeah. They're by the ocean, so like they eat a lot of fish. Also, everything is fresh. Everything is organic.
So you're eating clean too.
Eating clean, eating well. Like the food is really good.
I love that.
Yeah. I had a blast food-wise. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Did you kind of come back to like the States and try to like recreate it or find a restaurant that serves that type of food?
Girl, when I say
it's hard to find. I'm like, where can I get this type of food around here? Where is the Papua New Guinea community?
I need a Papua New Guinea mama in New York somewhere that can cook for me, because I don't even think I can find it.
No, seriously.
It was so good. It was great.
Nice. Loved it. And so for you as well, like, were there cultural like museums you went to or like excursions that you can highlight that were memorable?
For sure. I think overall just my experience to me was like a museum. Like, I would say one of the provinces that really taught me a lot, and that was like where I had the biggest culture shock in the best way, was when I went to Bougainville. Bougainville is a province of Papua New Guinea that's gonna be a new country by 2027. They've been trying for years, but in 2 years there should be the newest country in the world.
Yeah.
And they're the darkest people in the Pacific. And so if you go there, like, you would think I'm from there because their skin is very dark.
Yes.
They look African. And I think to me, it was so shocking in the best way, because it's like, you guys are so far away.
Yes.
You're all the way by Australia and you look like me and you're so far. I think it was one of the highlight, if not the biggest highlight of my trip. It was like, you get there and you just look like the people, but we're different, but we're kind of not. But it's a whole different culture. But
what was
you're
that?
my sister, and
like,
like,
mind blow. Like, what was that like when you saw people your skin color there, and like, walk us through that a little bit.
I was in shock. Honestly, when I got there, I mean, I knew I wanted to go there because I did my research before I went to PNG. I knew where I wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you look at pictures, you look at photos, you look at vlogs, but then when you actually step in, you actually learn, it's like so different. So I was thinking, I'm gonna blend in and like I'm just gonna look just like them, but like I did not blend in. I mean, like, if you're black, something is always gonna give it away,
Yeah, right. They're like, She's
about
she's
her.
she's not from here.
But it was I met the best people there. They love Afrobeat.
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome. So I love that you talked about like, just going to the different provinces felt like a museum, right? Like just walking through and seeing and hearing, like using your senses. I feel like that's always one of the best ways to experience a place. But I know you were talking about Bougainville, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, Bougainville, yep.
Yeah, so I know that you said that's like one of the best places that you went on your travel, and you saw people who looked like you. Can you talk a little bit about what that felt like? Like what was really going through your mind when you got there?
Oh my God. I always do my research before every trip. So like I knew I wanted to go to Bougainville because like those are my people. Like
Yeah.
I'm going home, like almost like I'm going home, literally.
Yes.
And when I landed, it felt like home. It felt like,
Mhm.
we look the same. If anything, like, I'm half Congolese, half Malian. We eat a lot of cassava. The food is like cassava, like different forms of cassava. They watch Nigerian movies. They love Afrobeats.
Love it.
And I was joking because it was my last province, and I was saying, I'm gonna spend more time in the sun so I can really blend in when I get to Bougainville. Still didn't blend in because
Yeah.
they could tell I'm not from there
They're like,
still.
she's not from here. There's something. Yeah.
Yeah, they can still tell. So yeah, but it was a great experience. Like I can't wait to go back, and the people is so welcoming, so resilient, and just all of us, if you can't go to Papua New Guinea and not go to Bougainville as a Black traveler,
Yeah.
that should be on your list. If you go to PNG, that should be on your list. Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that, everyone? We gotta go there specifically. So like the culture it resonated with you. 100%.
Totally. 100%.
I'm curious just for myself too about the language. Where did you feel like you were able to get through with English? Like what was that like?
Yeah,
Did you learn a few words? Give us a few lessons.
okay, girl, I got my little pidgin lessons. I also know my slang. I've been joking with the locals. The past
Okay.
few months, they teach me slang, and but so they speak English. I mean, English is not their first language.
Mm-hmm.
PNG is a rather newer country. They just celebrated the 50th anniversary on September 16th.
Yeah.
So it's very new, but they speak Pidgin. So Pidgin is the language that unifies the country. Over 800 languages. So each province, even within provinces, there's different languages.
Yeah.
But everybody within the country speaks Pidgin.
Yeah.
So everybody communicates. So for example, what's your name?
Mm-hmm.
Will be one name blow you. Blow is short for belong. So like one name belongs to you kind of thing. So one name below you. Like how old are you? It's like one name. It's like how many Christmas below you? How many Christmases type of thing? How old are you? One name Christmas belong to you type of thing. What do you have?
That's so interesting. And like by the Christmas, it's how you tell. I love that. Yeah.
It's great. And I love their slang. There's a new slang. The youth in PNG, they create new slang every day. Like, they don't say definitely, they say defex. They don't say whatever, they say wadex.
Wadex.
So you be like, you get it? They be like, you clicks. Like, they're just like, I love the slang.
The young culture, the youth culture. Very young. And then it just shows like how language developed, right? And changed with context and people and generations, all right? Like sometimes I'm over here, like I teach, so I hear some of my students, I'm like, what are you saying?
Right, what is that? I never heard of that.
What's that new word? Like, I don't know that word. Yeah.
Yes.
But that's great. Okay. So y'all got that. I'm gonna try it out a little bit later. Gonna listen again.
Do it.
So I can go ready with what's your name and how old are you? How do you say thank you?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, say thank you. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I probably need like lost some.
Right. Where's the bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a phrase that you found yourself using all the time?
A phrase that I found myself using all the time. Yeah, because they say like to say like, you good? Are you okay? Or everything good? They'd be like, you alright? Like alright, but like alright, so I'd be like, yo, alright. So
Yes.
like, I just be joking around, like, yo, like, I'm good. Me alright, I'm good.
All
So like, I
right.
was just joking around and like say that, like, just to be like, I know how to speak pigeon.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
Mm.
So yeah, so with all of that experience that you had, like the connection, like what were some of the big misconceptions about the people that you would like others to know about? Help us navigate that.
The biggest misconceptions. There's so many, and that's why I love proving the people wrong, and I love proving a point. So I made sure that I broke those down. The first thing is people often, when I say Papua New Guinea, they heard New Guinea and they heard like Guinea. So Guinea is in Africa. It's a whole other country in Africa. People thought it was in Africa, and I'm like, no, not Guinea. Papua New Guinea, above Australia. That was the first thing. Like it's out there. The second thing was, a lot of people who travel to PNG, they usually try to like dive into the tribe, like the culture of the tribes. And
Yeah.
this is all they show. Like they like to take photos with people dressed in traditional clothing, or like I found a tribe, I met a tribe. People usually focus on that, and I made sure to like show people that hey, there's more than that. There are like untouched islands, beautiful beaches. You can go on an island and be by yourself the whole day. It looks like the Maldives. To me, it's even better than the Maldives. Like it's untouched, it's beautiful. So I make sure that people knew when you go there, there's so many things to do. Like I was there for 35 days and I was never bored. There's too many things for you to do besides that.
Yeah.
Third thing is people were saying, there's violence and it's dangerous and people are mean and you'll be in danger. There's danger everywhere. I'm scared to go to the Bronx in New York City. I do not go to the Bronx in New York. So there's danger everywhere.
Bronx, yeah, there's danger everywhere.
There's danger everywhere. Of course, if you go somewhere you're not supposed to go to, if you walk around at night by yourself, you're gonna get robbed. Yeah. So I make sure, I never felt in danger. I'm a solo traveler. Yes, I was around amazing people, but I never knew these people before I went. Like, if anything, we just met online. So, I was still very much safe, and it's dangerous. I can't relate. This is my personal experience. I can't relate to that. I can't relate to the only thing to do there is to explore the tribes. No, and the talking about, the cannibalism and the primitive, like it's just all nonsense.
Right.
All nonsense.
I'm
Before you
spell that.
Yeah, like cannibals. It's 2025. Who is cannibals in 2025 is insane.
But I'm glad you guys, this is you breaking those misconceptions about people, and it comes out a lot of times of like just being ignorant.
Yes.
Or just listening to one narrative, right? There is a full story, there's a full context, and I feel like people don't go for themselves, see for themselves. They just let one kind of story define their knowing and their knowledge, and that's not right.
No,
right?
It's not.
Like, you gotta go and experience and learn for yourself. Do the work. I love that you researched the country before. You knew where to go. Okay, as a woman, or just for safety, I might not go after 10 p.m.
Right.
I'm go here. Like you did your research, right? And as you said, even in New York City, I know I'm not gonna go here after 10, right? Like
exactly
that I'm gonna do to keep myself safe, which is with every other place. But I feel like it's a scare tactic.
Yeah.
A tactic as well that people use so that you don't go to certain communities and places, especially Black and brown people. And so I'm really happy that you got to like do it here while we teach.
Yes.
Break those misconceptions and go everyone.
Go everywhere. Yes. You won't regret it.
Yes, absolutely. So I appreciate that. And I know our listeners, our viewers as well. So we're going to come back after another short, quick break, and we're going to keep it going.
This is your girl Trisan, and I'm just here with Miss Gina from You All Naturals. So I just want you to explain to our audience, what do you do, and how does your product serve your customers?
First of all, I am so glad to be here with you. It's an opportunity to share our products with our community. Our products are all plant-based, and there are no nuts.
Wow.
And we make sure that the facilities we manufacture doesn't manufacture anything with nuts. So
I
you're
love
safe
that.
with that.
I love that. I have a nut allergy, and that is so important for me with any product I use.
Absolutely, absolutely. For a lot of people, I never went to doctors as a child, and so I guess I'm an unofficial naturopath. I learned these things from my grandmother. When my daughter took very sick with alopecia, which is an autoimmune problem, as well as eczema, the products that they prescribed with her were full of sulfur and polymers. And so I went into that kitchen and I started making the soap. And since I'm a gardener and now a master gardener, I know how plants work. And everything that we need comes from the garden. You don't need anything else but what comes from the earth.
Wow.
And so I put all of these products together with the advice of biophysicists from leading universities, biochemists, microbiologists, and even a Nobel Prize environmental scientist who is a client. I'm a cancer thriver, not a survivor, cancer thriver. And so each one of our products has a purpose. Moisture. Moisture will moisturize your skin as well as give you a facelift. It will also cause those beautiful curls to pop. You can use it every day as a hydrating agent. Now, for the next product, this is coffee. If you know anything about coffee, it tastes great in a cup, but when you put it in a product and use it on your scalp, it helps with circulation, and more circulation means more hair growth. Now we're going to talk about soothe. So many people have issues like this. This is yeast, dermatitis, alopecia, and so this product we utilize is a scalp antiseptic. This antiseptic product can also be used on your skin. It can also help to grow hair over time because of the agents in it, all natural, and as you can see, it's a pinkish color, so you know we're using roses. And so this is our soothe, and if you spray it on your hair or when you're having a dermatitis breakout, it soothes the scalp.
Very soothing, guys.
This is our very special shampoo. This is all plants inside of this that combats this type of hair issue. It restores the scalp issue, the pH balance of the scalp, and over time will help alleviate fungus growth, psoriasis growth, meanwhile keeping that scalp clean. Our next product is League. We really love this. This is our newest product. I love this product because I've got 4A and 4C hair. And if you know anything about low porosity, high porosity hair, drinks. Just keeps drinking, right? Wow. And so League, again, all plant-based, is very hydrating. After you wash your hair or after you use our moisture, what you can do is put the League and it will keep those curls in place. We just did a test on a young lady that has locks, and it even helps lock the hair. Our products, when you use them, will have your hair lock because there's no residual buildup. There's nothing on the hair that will stay on the hair. It does what it has to do, and when it's time to wash it washes right out.
Wow. That is amazing. These products are such a great line, and I'm glad that you serve in the community. Please check out Miss Gina and You All Naturals.
And guys, let me say one more thing. Hey, we love you. Follow us. We love to get this information out to our community. We are very susceptible to chemicals in our products. Yes, it costs a little more, but you'll live longer. Listen, I'm a cancer thriver. I'm 65 years old. I had ovarian stage 3C cancer and God healed me. But you don't have to go through what I went through.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Young Black Travelers podcast. Mina is here and she is talking about her trip to Papua New Guinea. And I'm going to let my girl let you know where you can find her. Her content page is beautiful. You guys need to check it out. And so share with us, where can we find you? What can they find there?
Yes. So you can find me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram under Miss Young International, all spelled out, Miss Young International. And, I try to share content that will make you want to go to those places. I'll let you know how to get there. I'll let you know what I saw. I'll let you see what it looks like. I give you information. And when I do my trips, I usually post in real time in my stories. So you can kind of like travel with me and you can see what's going on in real time, what I'm eating, who I'm hanging out with, and all this stuff. So make sure to stay tuned and go on this journey with me. Yeah.
Yes. So definitely follow. And so I just have two questions for you before we wrap up. You gave us a lot of details, a lot of suggestions of what to do, where to go. And if you can just describe Papua New Guinea in one or two words, what would you say?
One or two words, I would say the first word, I would say unapologetic.
Okay.
I think it describes PNG so well because the locals are so proud to be from Papua New Guinea. They're so proud. It's like a sense of like, this is who we are. You can't change us. And, in the best way. Like, that's a great thing to me. I think every country, every culture should be this proud. It's like, hey, we welcome you. This is who we are. You can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But this is who we are, and we're proud, and you're always going to be welcome here. And we're always going to show you some love. But this is what you come and enjoy, and this is what we got for you. And I really love that. Second word, I would say unexpected.
Yeah.
PNG is called the land of the unexpected. The land of the unexpected. So everything is unexpected. It's true. Like the weather. Sometimes it may rain. 5 minutes later, it be sunny. The locals are very, very friendly. They always have a joke to tell you.
People.
Yes. So very unexpected in the best way. So unapologetic and unexpected, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Unapologetic and unexpected. Love those two words. Yes. Okay. And so, final question. What advice would you give Black travelers or people of color if they're trying to go to PNG, or other off the beat destinations? Like, what are some of your recommendations?
First thing, don't listen to the headlines. That's almost like the only thing. Do not listen to the headlines. I feel like sometimes society is just, built to tell you not to go places. Like, I don't know what's the agenda behind it.
Yeah.
It's like, don't listen to the headlines, because as you can see now, the viewers, listeners, somebody who's been to Papua New Guinea, and
exactly,
I can tell you, because I've been there, that everything you've heard is not true. I don't even need to know what you know to tell you that I know it's not true.
Correct.
Don't listen to the headlines. There's no place that's too far. There's no place that's unknown. Everywhere you've been, whether it's Mexico, whether it's Bali, whether it's China, Japan, everywhere you've been, it's always worth it. You always come back learning something. So
correct.
If you really want to go, and if you go with an open mind, your trip can go wrong.
Right, because your
trip can go wrong because you're open. Always go with good energy, and I promise people will give it back to you like 100 times. Yeah.
Well, and I think too, sometimes it's the fear, right? Like the unknown, or you don't know somebody who have been there to kind of like recommendations, or what should I do, or where would I stay? It's kind of like when you don't have that information, sometimes it could feel people are nervous of taking
I get it.
But as you said, right? Like doing your research, following you, right?
Yes,
And she will give you
I got
advice
you.
of what to do. Like there's so many people who are who are maybe traveling somewhere that may not be in your close network, right? But you
Yeah,
might know somebody that maybe you haven't been to, and you can tell them about,
exactly. Yeah,
connect with this person, they have been there. So doing that research, I feel like really helps, but not being
yeah,
afraid of like starting. You have to
yeah.
start.
You have to push
You'll
yourself. We
figure it
have
out.
to.
And you
Yeah.
figure it
We
out.
have to show ourselves to the world too. It's important. Like, I was saying, we want to, for some of us, it's really hard to go somewhere if you don't see somebody that look like us that has
True.
been there first. But if we
True.
don't show up, then if we don't show our faces, then how can we
Some-
help the person behind? So we have to take that step ourselves and like, somebody got to do it.
Do it.
Somebody got to do it.
And you're doing it. So thank you so much for that, and opening people's eyes to what it could look like to go
Yeah.
to Papua New Guinea. So I'm so grateful for
Me too.
having you on the podcast today.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm grateful for you guys. I love you guys.
Appreciate it so
Yeah.
much. And I just wanted to just thank our listeners again for always supporting us, listening to the podcast, sharing it on social media platforms. And so I just want to remind everyone that we are on Facebook as Young Black Travelers, Instagram as Young Black Travelers, blog, Threads as well as Young Black Travelers blog. And we have our website, youngblacktravelers.com. And if you are interested in one of our merch, if you follow us on Instagram and you're like, ooh, I love that shirt or sweatshirt, please reach out to us. We will get one for you. And so thank you again, Mina, for coming out.
Thank you so much.
And sharing about Papua New Guinea. Y'all gotta plan that trip.
Yes.
And you
Holla
gotta
at
go.
me. Yeah.
Yes.
Any
yes.
questions, anything, you got this. Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.